Let's learn about world geography. 1. Origin of solar system in Sun. The solar system is the gravitationally bound system of the Sun and the objects that orbit it, either directly or indirectly. It consists of the Sun, the star, at the center with 8 planets: Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune, satellites, asteroids, meteors and comets that move around the Sun. The solar system, according to scientists, was formed when a cloud of gas and dust in space was disturbed, possibly by the explosion of a nearby star known as supernova. This explosion sent shock waves into space, compressing the gas and dust cloud. Gravity drew the gas and dust together, forming a solar nebula, as the cloud began to collapse. At the dense center of this nebula, the Sun's nuclear flames erupted. In the churning currents of the vast cloud, the planets were created. Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars all began as rock globes orbiting the Sun. It was impossible to capture them since they were too small and had weak gravitational fields. The enormous planets Jupiter and Saturn, which are far from the Sun and have powerful gravitational fields, did, nevertheless, draw and hold thick gaseous atmospheres of hydrogen and helium. Another group of scientists believe that the Sun has been formed from a moving cloud of gases, which is called nebula. The Sun and the planets were born out of this cloud. The force of gravity has created them. For over millions of years, these balls of dust and gas are moving around the Sun. The Sun, by virtue of its mass and weight, controls the movement of the planets. This force is called the force of gravity. Till 2006, there were 9 planets in the solar system. Pluto was the farthest planet from the Sun. In 2006, the International Astronomical Union, IAU, adopted a new definition of a planet. Pluto and other celestial bodies like Ceres, 2003 UB 313 does not fit this definition. It is no longer considered as a planet of the solar system. The solar system is enormous, with a diameter of at least 100 astronomical units, 15 trillion kilometers. Our solar system is thought to be over 4.6 billion years old, according to several experts. Out of the 8 planets, Mercury, Venus, Earth and Mars are called as the inner planets as they lie between the Sun and the belt of asteroids. The other 4 planets are called the outer planets. Alternatively, the first 4 are called terrestrial, meaning Earth-like as they are made up of rock and metals, and have relatively high densities. The rest 4 are called Jovian or gas giant planets. Jovian means Jupiter-like. Most of them are much larger than the terrestrial planets and have thick atmosphere, mostly of helium and hydrogen. The difference between terrestrial and Jovian planets can be attributed to the following conditions. 1. The terrestrial planets were formed in the close vicinity of the parent star where it was too warm for gases to condense to solid particles. Jovian planets were formed at quite a distant location. 2. The solar wind was most intense nearer the Sun, so it blew off lots of gas and dust from the terrestrial planets. The solar winds were not all that intense to cause similar removal of gases from the Jovian planets. 3. The terrestrial planets are smaller and their lower gravity could not hold the escaping gases. 4. All the planets were formed in the same period sometime about 4.6 billion years ago. 2. Stars, Sun and planets. The Sun is at the center of our solar system and also the largest objects of our solar system. However, it is an average star. It is roughly 109 times the size of Earth. The Sun has a diameter of 1,392,000 kilometers. It comprises 99.8% of the mass of the solar system. It isn't the hottest, it isn't the coolest, and it isn't the oldest. Nor is it brightest, biggest. The surface temperature of Sun is 60,000 degrees Celsius. It is largely made up of hydrogen gas, with a minor quantity of helium thrown in for good measure. The Sun accounts for 99.85% of all the matter of the solar system. The Sun is the solar system's closest star. It belongs to the Milky Way galaxy. It's thought to be more than 4 billion years old. The Sun is a yellow dwarf, a medium-sized star. As it rotates around the galaxy, the Sun spins gently on its axis. It is composed mainly of hydrogen and helium. Nuclear fusion in the core of the Sun is source of all its energy. The glowing surface of the Sun is called photosphere. About it is red-colored chromosphere and beyond it is corona, visible during eclipses. The surface of the Sun changes continuously. Bright regions are called plasmas and dark spots are called sunspots, which frequently form and disappear. The Earth would be a dead sphere of rock and ice if it were not for the Sun. The Sun warms our globe, influences our weather, and provides energy to plants, which provides food and energy for life on Earth. The Sun's energy reaches the Earth and other planets in all directions. The planet absorbs less energy as it gets further away from the Sun. Sun statistics. 1. Distance from the Earth 150 million kilometers. 2. Diameter minus 1,391,980 kilometers. 3. Core temperature 15 million degrees Celsius. 4. Rotation time 25 days. 5. Age 5 billion years. 6. Composition, H2 to 71%, He 26.5% and other 2.5%. 7. Mass 1.99 XLO33K. Solar eclipse. Solar eclipse is caused when the moon revolving around the Earth comes in between the Earth and the Sun, thus making a part or whole of the Sun invisible from a particular patrol. The Earth. Lunar eclipse. During the revolution of Earth, when comes between moon and the Sun, the shadow of the Earth hides moon either fully or partially. This is called lunar eclipse. The planets. Planets are actually spinning around the Sun. They have their own elliptical path of movement known as the orbits. Movement around its own axis is called rotation and around the Sun is revolution. Planets, unlike stars, have no light or heat of their own. The word planet comes from the Greek word plantai, which means wanderers. Planets keep changing their positions with respect to the stars. Mercury. It is nearest to the Sun. It is the smallest planet of the solar system, nearly of the same size and mass as the Moon. It takes 88 days for one orbit around the Sun and 59 days for one spin on its axis. It has no satellite. There is no atmosphere on Mercury. The surface of Mercury is rocky and mountainous. One side of the surface facing the Sun receives maximum heat and light. The surface of this planet does not receive sunlight or heat on its other side. One part of Mercury, therefore, is very hot while the other part is very cold. Venus. It has no moon or satellite of its own. It rotates on its axis is somewhat unusual, that is from east to west. The mass of Venus is nearly 4/5 times that of the Earth. It takes 255 days for one orbit around the Sun and 243 days for one spin on its axis. Therefore it is often called a morning or an evening star. It has an atmosphere that consists of mainly carbon dioxide. It is the hottest planet in our solar system. The Earth. Our Earth rotates from west to east. Our Earth is more or less like a sphere, which is slightly flattened in the north and south. Slightly flattened or tapered at the poles, the Earth is best to be described as geoids, which mean Earth-like shape. It is the third nearest planet to the Sun. It is called blue planet due to presence of water in land masses. The Earth appears blue-green in color from the space. The Earth is the only planet where some special environment conditions are responsible for the existence and continuation of life, because it has the right temperature range, the presence of water, soil, minerals, suitable atmosphere and a blanket of ozone. Mass. It is almost half the size of the Earth. It takes 687 days for one orbit around the Sun and 1 day for one spin on its axis. It appears slightly reddish and, therefore, it is also called the red planet. Mars has two small natural satellites named Phobos and Deimos. Jupiter. It is the largest planet of the solar system. It takes 11 years and 11 months for one orbit around the Sun and 9 hours, 56 minutes for one spin on its axis. It has 16 satellites. It also has faint rings around it. Its most distinguishing feature is the Great Red Spot. Because of its large mass, it exerts a strong gravitational pull on other objects which pass by it. It consists of hydrogen and helium in gaseous form. Its cloud-like outer regions consist of methane in gaseous form while ammonia is present in crystalline form. Saturn. Beyond Jupiter is Saturn, which appears yellowish in color. What make it unique in the solar system are its 3 beautiful rings. It takes 29 years, 5 months for one orbit around the Sun and 10 hours, 40 minutes for one spin on its axis. It has 18 satellites. Saturn is the least dense among all the planets. Its density is less than that of water. It is similar in size, mass and composition to Jupiter. It is however cooler than the Jupiter. Uranus. It was the first planet to be discovered with the help of a telescope by William Herschel in 1781. Hydrogen and methane have been detected in the atmosphere of Uranus. It rotates from east to west. The most remarkable feature of Uranus is that it has highly tilted rotational axis. As a result, in its orbital motion it appears to roll on its side. It takes 84 years for one orbit around the Sun and 17 hours, 14 minutes for one spin on its axis. It has 17 satellites. Neptune. It takes 164 years for one orbit around the Sun and 16 hours 7 minutes for one spin on its axis. It has 8 satellites. 3. Latitudes and longitudes. The Earth is an oblate spheroid. Therefore it is difficult to locate places on it unless a mathematical system is used. There are 2 reference points on the Earth, the North Pole and South Pole. With the help of these 2 points it has been possible to draw the equator. As it lies exactly midway between the poles. In order to locate places accurately, a network of lines are drawn over the globe. The horizontal lines are the lines of latitudes and the vertical ones are the lines of longitudes. These lines intersect each other at right angles and create a network called a grid or graticule. The graticule helps us to locate places on the surface of the Earth accurately. Latitudes. The latitude is the angle formed by a line going from the center of the Earth to the equator at the point on the equator that is close to the point of interest, and another line that goes from the center of the Earth to the parallel that goes through the point of interest. In other terms, it is a measurement on a globe or map of location north or south of the equator. Lines joining places with the same latitudes are called parallels, i.e. the lines running east to west are called parallels, or lines of latitude. Technically, there are different kinds of latitude: geocentric, astronomical, and geographic, or geodetic, but there are only minor differences between them. In most common references, geocentric latitude is implied. Given in degrees, minutes, and seconds, geocentric latitude is the arc subtended by an angle at Earth's center and measured in a north-south plane poleward from the equator. Therefore, the greatest possible latitudes are 90 degrees north and 90 degrees south. The value of equator is 0 degrees and the latitude of the poles are 90 degrees north and 90 degrees south. If parallels of latitude are drawn at an interval of 1 degree, there will be 89 parallels in the northern and the southern hemispheres each. The total number of parallels thus drawn, including the equator, will be 179. Depending upon the location of a feature or a place north or south of the equator, the letter N or S is written along with the value of the latitude. If the Earth were a perfect sphere, the length of 10 of latitude, a 1 degree arc of a meridian, would be a constant value, 111 kilometers everywhere on the Earth. This length is almost the same as that of a degree of longitude at the equator. But to be precise, a degree of latitude changes slightly in length from the equator to the poles. While at the equator, it is 110.6 kilometers. At the poles, it is 111.7 kilometers. Latitude of a place may be determined with the help of the altitude of the Sun or the pole star. Distances between them are measured in degrees of longitude. Each degree is further divided into minutes, and minutes into seconds. 1. A circle equals 360 degrees. 2. 1 degree equals 60 minutes. 3. 1 minute equals 60 seconds. They are semicircles and the distance between them decreases steadily polewards until it becomes zero at the poles, where all the meridians meet. Heat zones. The midday sun is exactly overhead at least once a year on all latitudes in between the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn. Therefore, this area gets maximum heat and is called the torrid zone. On the 21st of June the sun is directly over the Tropic of Cancer. On the 22nd of December the sun is directly over the Tropic of Capricorn. These two latitudes form the outer limit of the torrid zone. It is the hottest part of the world. Most of the deserts are located here. The midday sun never shines overhead on any latitude beyond the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn. The angle of the sun's rays goes on decreasing towards the poles. The areas bounded by the Tropic of Cancer and the Arctic Circle in the northern hemisphere and the Tropic of Capricorn and the Antarctic Circle in the southern hemisphere have moderate temperature that is neither very hot nor very cold. So this is temperate zone. Areas lying between the Arctic Circle and the North Pole in the northern hemisphere and the Antarctic Circle and the South Pole in the southern hemisphere are very cold. It is because the sun does not shine much above the horizon. Therefore its rays are always slanting. So this is frigid zone. Longitudes. A set of imaginary lines which divide the Earth into Eastern Hemisphere and Western Hemisphere run over the Earth in north-south directions are called meridians of longitudes. These lines are not parallel to one another. They all converge at poles. The distances between them are measured in degrees of longitude. They form semicircles. They are also drawn at an interval of 10. These meridians of longitude and parallels of latitude form a network which is called grid. Unlike the parallels of latitudes, the meridians of longitudes are equal in length. As one goes from the equator to the poles, the distance between two meridians U decreases. There was an agreement world over that the longitude passing through Greenwich Observatory near the city of London will be considered as the prime meridian. It is considered to be 00 longitude and from it we count 1800 eastward as well as 1800 westward. It is interesting that 1800 east and 1800 west meridians are the same line. To avoid the confusion, letters A and W are written with the values of meridians for the Eastern Hemisphere and Western Hemisphere respectively. Time zones. The Earth takes about 24 hours to complete a rotation. This period of rotation is known as the Earth day. This means in 24 hours the Earth completes 360 degrees. Therefore, it takes about 1 hour to complete each 150 or 4 minutes for each degree. Accordingly, the Earth has been divided into 24 time zones of 1 hour each. As the Earth rotates from west to east, day starts at different times in different places. Places east of the Greenwich meridian experience sunrise earlier than the place lying west of the prime meridian. All the places situated along the same meridian will have the same local time. In India, the longitudinal span is from 687 feet to 925 feet e. Therefore, it was felt necessary to adopt the local time of central meridian of our country as the standard time for the country as a whole. 1. In India, 820 feet a has been considered for this purpose. It is called the standard meridian. This is known as Indian Standard Time, IST. 2. The Greenwich Mean Time is 5 hours and 30 minutes behind the Indian Standard Time. In global context, Greenwich 00 time is followed, which is called the Greenwich Mean Time, GMT.